Hi guys, welcome back, and we're going to do the final couple of licks and put this whole track together, okay? So we've just ended up on the 5 chord with the B7, that's where we've got to so far. So we're now coming down to the 4 chord in our 12 bar, and we're going to do this lick. Okay, so what we're doing here is taking our minor pentatonic shape 1 in the open position, and doing this really cool lick. And when you're doing open position E minor, it's superb because you can just use all open strings. It's just so nice, but it's a little fiddly to start with because you're so used to kind of using 2 fingers using the pentatonic that this is going to be a bit weird, but stick with it, it sounds great. So we're going to go 3, then off to 0, okay? Then I'm going to come open B string, and then I'm going to grab the 2nd fret and I'm going to bend that up, either a semitone or a full tone. A full tone, you've got to really hit that hard, okay? Semitone works really well as well, but the full tone, it might be worth just practicing it, to be honest, just to try and push up to a full tone so you get this sound. You can see it's pretty hard to get to, so if you're finding that a real pain, then just do the semitone. Both sound good. Then you're going to go open B string, open E string, okay? So it's kind of that up and down effect again. So we go high, low, back up to high again, okay? Then I'm going to come to the 3rd fret and pull off to the 0, okay? So that's on the B string. And then the 2nd fret of the G string, we're going to go up, down. Again, we don't want to hear the bend come down. We don't want to do that. We want like that. Then open, and then 2nd fret. Okay. So all together you get this. Again. Okay. So it's a bit fiddly, but when you get it, it's great because it's actually easy. Half the notes you're playing are just open strings, okay? But it is fiddly in the early stages. Okay, so let's now look at lick 9. Okay, so we're coming to the turnaround section now. So, you know, typically in a kind of blues, you might hear some kind of like, you know, that's like your turnaround, isn't it? In the Stevie Ray Vaughan world, or in the Texas blues world, this is what a turnaround sounds like. Okay, so let's just go through this. So we're going to do the low E string, and then we're going to jump to that pentatonic shape 2 again. Remember, we're going from 1 to 2, semitone slide, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're just going to do 2 times round of that this time, okay? So remember, it's from the 3rd fret and the 2nd fret, sliding up to the 4th and 3rd. So you're in your pentatonic shape 2. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then quick slide back to the 2, pull off, back to the 2nd fret, okay? So let's do that again. Okay. Then you're going to hit that one again, okay? You can either hit it with a little semitone hammer-on, sorry, not semitone hammer-on, I mean grace note hammer-on. Adds a cool little kind of Texas vibe to it, or just hit it again, so you get, oh, that's what I meant to do. Okay, I like that little hammer on. Try and get that in there, okay? And then to complete the turnaround, we do that kind of chromatic almost walk to the B. Okay, so you get the 3 on the E string, 0, 1, 2, okay? And then here, rather than going to the B, we're just going to hold that note there, okay? And to finish the whole lick up, we take the 2nd fret of the G string, we're going to bend it up a full tone, down, pull off, and then we're going to hit an E major chord, okay? So that whole turnaround section sounds like this. And that's the start again, okay? So it's quite fiddly. Let me put those last two licks in context for you. So we're going to come over to our drum beat, nice and steady, 50 BPM. And remember, we're going from this high part here, okay? 3, 4. Okay, so again, that's what the tab's there for, to make sure that you can slow this down, get this up to a pace that you're comfortable with, so that you're really learning the rhythms and the notes before having to tackle the speed. Because the hardest thing about this track is gonna be the speed that it runs at. Like any kind of upbeat kind of Texas blues that Stevie plays on, you know, it's gonna be quick, and it's going to be just non-stop. You see, there's barely a single break in that to think. Probably the only break is when you go to the B7 just to relax a little bit and just play the B chord, and then you're off again. And it's very much like that all the way through Stevie's kind of Texas-style aggressive playing. So let's just have a little go through the whole thing. We're going to step it up to 60 BPM. Okay, so it's not as kind of monotonously slow. And we're going to try and go through it all the way through. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here comes the beat. If you want to give it a go, try and go with me. Otherwise, just listen, try and absorb the sound and gradually get it to this pace yourself. So here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next lick. 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 And turn around. And there you have it. So it's a lot going on, and you can see how the licks join immediately, especially up at this top end here. When you're kind of doing this one, you go immediately into the and the next lick and so on, and it keeps happening like that. So you've really got to know the licks separately, but once you've got them all separate, your big task is to join them all together, piece them all together so it sounds like one flowing solo, okay? But the good news is that the fact that we've learnt them separately means that you've got all these individual licks that you can put into your own playing. So if you just want to kind of take this one, then you've got it. Just use that if you want to. Or you might just want to do this fancy one, because you can use that anywhere as well. So the fact that we learn it like that means you can take individual licks if you want, but your task now for this particular solo is to gel it all together.